trip back, first couple games back. How do you feel like the trip and just these first, I guess, 4 games have gone for you since returning?
For me personally, I say it's gone. I say it's gone pretty well. It's a 4-2 road trip. How many games I play on this trip?
Orlando, Miami, 4. 2.
How many losses did I take part in?
1, Miami.
I say it's a pretty good trip. I say it's a pretty good trip. You know, the goal is to win games. You know, compete. You know, continue to build winning habits and go out there and play hard. And I think we're doing that. I think I'm doing that. I know how to play. I know how to play the game the right way, and I think we're building. You know, in the right direction. And obviously, the game got ugly down the stretch. They were trapping. They was fouling. Everybody looked like they was ready to go home, including including the refs. But we figured out a way to get it done, and that's what it takes. You know, you got to figure out ways to get wins, and we did that. I'd like to have some less turnovers, but 2 of them were questionable. But that's neither here nor there. But other than that, man, I think I'm just getting more comfortable again. I've played 4 games, and this is the only 5-on-5 contact that I've had since December 4th, the game we lost against the Celtics. So I'm just getting used to the game flow again, getting used to a routine. And then the hard part is funny because when you work out and train, I didn't work out and take breaks. I would just go through my workouts. Now I got to get used to playing, sitting, going back into the game. So that's just taking some time to adjust, but I'm getting there.
What were you guys able to do in that first half to go up so high?
We just competed defensively. I think we challenged them. We made it difficult for them to get into their actions. We held them to 1 shot for the most part, and then we got out and ran and shared the ball. A lot of guys, got touches. A lot of guys were efficient with their touches and made plays. I think that's what it takes.
Aaron, go ahead.
When you got injured, the team was pretty much struggling a lot. They're starting to struggle a lot. How much have you seen the team grow just in the last 6 weeks and then with your 4 games here recently compared to where they were in December?
They've definitely grown a lot in terms of understanding how to play the game, in terms of preparation, being a pro, and then just getting used to the minutes. I think a lot of times, you play spot minutes as a younger player, and you don't necessarily know how to take care of your body. You don't know how much you should work out. On off days, you don't know how to kind of balance that. And I think they're kind of getting used to the workload, getting used to sometimes just resting. You know what I mean? Just kind of figuring out how to be a pro and how to, mentally stay engaged when you're not physically active. And I think it's kind of starting to show. Younger guys are getting a chance. CJ Ellaby, Trendon, those guys are playing extremely well and they're getting more comfortable and confident to where they look like pros now. You know what I mean? Before, they look like college players. Now they're starting to look like pros. It's something like they belong. And obviously, Anthony Nas, those guys are playing well. Rocco is playing great basketball, probably his best basketball this season. And Nurk has been as dominant as I've probably seen him since we first traded for him back in 2017. He's putting up 20 and 20 some nights and demanding a double team and making the right plays each and every night.
And then back before you got hurt, you guys were struggling to win road games. I think you only had 2 leading up to this trip. You get 4 on this trip. What's the difference there between where you guys are now on the road versus what was going on before?
I think we just got a better understanding of what Chauncey expects from us. I think defensively we're mixing up our coverages, we're competing more, understanding rotations a little bit better, making that second and third effort. It takes time. It's not going to be great every night, and it's not going to happen, as fast as everyone would like. But I think that we're starting to turn the corner, and for the most part, we're competing, and that's what it takes to win this league. We're going to lose some close games like we did against Miami, but as long as we compete, we're going to give ourselves a chance down the stretch.
And what do you think about the idea of coming home for 2 back-to-back situation and then going right back on the road for 4 more?
That's trash. I don't know who made our schedule. I'm going to have some calls this week to kind of figure that out because that don't make no sense to play a back-to-back and then have a travel day. It should be designated off day. There's no way we should be traveling, especially that far. Right. After coming off a road trip, it don't make any sense.